Hello everyone and welcome to Zach's Garage. Today we are in a bit of a rush because we are meant to be meeting some people at the Octane Collection for lunch, so we need to have a quick look. We've got the Tesla, the Rolls, the Ferrari and the Focus RS, also known as the Flying Cow. We are going to take the Rolls over. Let's take that. We need the wallet, we need that, yes, and we also need museum keys. Good, right. Out the door. So we're going to go past the Flying Cow and the SVR. The Tesla and the Ferrari are in there, and we are going to take the Rolls, but we're actually just going over to the garage to go collect another car. So we're going to open these electronically assisted doors into the wonderful luxury of a Rolls Royce. Luckily, I've got the key in my pocket. It bleats at you, typical BMW, and let's roll. Right, so today we are going to be taking something out of the front room. Shut up, this bloody BMW is so irritating. Right, so today we were meant to be taking the 488 Pista, but I was told by the guys who are doing this lunch that it is genuinely just hypercars, and as you guys know, we have sold the Regera, or in the midst of selling it. So this is the next thing that I can think of that is about as hyper as it gets. These I'm not meant to be driving because these are just guests in the garage at the moment, and the Gullwing, well, I'm not driving it. So we are going to take this out today, my baby, the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary, and hopefully we'll be able to sneak in undetected. First of all, we've got to go through the mess that is the key cabinet. So we've got the 488 Pista key, which I think this one's dead, so I'm going to take that one. We then need the Countach key, which I can always spot. It's just there because it's got all these weird fobs on it. Very 80s. Lock the cabinet up, and the important thing to remember when moving these cars, take these off. Luckily they are magnetic, but I have run over far too many of these. It's a pain in the arse. So we're going to scoot that out of the way. We're going to make sure this key is for that car. Good. And time to open the gates up. Right, that is Octane Ferrari. That was on England, but very well. So let's make sure the old girl starts. Excellent. Excellent. And that engine light will go off in just 2 seconds. All the Pistas do it. It's kind of weird. Look, press OK, and all of a sudden, give it a second, there it is. Gone. Right, time to get the Countach. And by the way, do you like the gas monkey style Ferrari horse? Pretty cool. Now, the Countach, it is a lot more involved than just hopping in and starting. There we go. We are live.
Dang.
So it is now officially lights out and away we go. Right, we are now in the Countach. She is a little bit warmer than she was when we first started. The one thing to remember with these old school cars, especially Lambos, and actually some of the old school Ferraris, gearbox oil. When the gearbox oil is cold, these are a nightmare to drive, and once they're nice and warm, I actually really love this car. I think it's a piece of cake to drive. A lot of people don't. And I'm going to be hearing all about it at lunch. People saying, oh yeah, I had one once and they drove terribly. This one, I just think I'm lucky because this car drives absolutely beautifully. But we are now heading to the Octane Collection where we are going to be meeting some very, very cool cars. The likes of Jet Collector in his new Valkyrie. And we're going to be hopefully seeing maybe some Zondas, some F50s and F40s. And yeah, what better way than to turn up in a Countach? I mean, I can think of other ways, but this one I like just as much. You do get gentle reminders though as why this car is so good. I mean, that's just one of them. I mean, this thing is epic. I mean, no, sorry, epic doesn't do the right wording for this. This thing is the stuff of fairy tales. And oh my god, I'm turning left. I'm flat on the brakes now. I'm just hoping. I mean, I could indicate, no, that's the wipers. Oh my lord, right, we're turning. Woohoo! Here we go. Crikey Moses. Oh, but then you've got another straights, you know, dropping here in a second. And then and the wonderful thing is, it's 80s fast, so it's not exactly quick. It means it makes a lot of noise without really going anywhere. And that also means you can utilise all the fun without getting the boys in blue on your tail going, you were going too fast, because the chances are you didn't brake 40 mile an hour. then, we have arrived here at the Octane Collection, and already there are some ludicrous cars. We've got the CCXR, we've got the all-new Zonda Attack, which is mega cool. Haven't actually had a proper look around that. We've got the LFA, that one I believe I've actually driven that car here. There is something very special lurking over there. We've got an F50, there's a TDF, there's even a Valkyrie over there. I believe that's a Singer. It may not be a Singer, I may be wrong, but there are some crazy cars. So let's have a little look round. So we're going to work our way around the buildings. We've got a new, a very nice GT2 RS. We've got Mr. TGE's 4x4 squared, which is colossal. I mean, this is really not going to show on camera how big it is, but it is huge.
Hey, that's what she said.
We've got the 488 Pista, which confused me because I was told I wasn't allowed to bring mine, fine. 600 LTs, 675 LT, this old thing, this other old thing, 911 GT, this is actually mega cool, the bolt-on arches. I absolutely love that design. And then coming around here, we have a really pretty spec Carrera GT. It's like not the normal silver Carrera GT with the tan interior. I mean, this is just beautiful. I mean, that is the one thing that Octane Collection is known for, is their very, very smart Porsches. We've got this very pretty P1. I just don't know the colour of this, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Coming around here then, we have the CCXR. This car is very famous. Manual, original V8, just absolutely wild. Probably one of the most valuable cars here, the Pagani Zonda Attack. This is my first time looking around the car, and it is so cool. It's all black and grey, so it's very, very stealthy. Very cool and awesome number plate, 477 ACK. The Lexus LFA then, the last time I was here, I was actually chucked the keys to this, and it was very interesting. It was not what I was expecting at all. The suspension, very nimble and very soft, actually very usable. The gearbox left a bit to be desired, but then it makes up for lack of gearbox in plenty of sound coming out those triple exhausts bolted on to a rather beautiful sounding V10. How cool is this then? We've got the red F50 sitting next to this gorgeous spec. In fact, this might be the best spec F12 TDF I have ever seen. Look at the way these lines just creep around. I mean, that is just sensational. Gold calipers on black wheels. And then we have this, the 812 Competizione. That is pretty mega. I love the blue with the white stripe. Obviously, they're all inspired by old school Ferraris, and we've got an F40 rolling in. This meet is looking to be pretty crazy. But over here then we have the Octane Collection's new Valkyrie. This one is currently for sale. Now this also poses a question. Could a Valkyrie replace the Regera? Well, let's see. But in terms of unicorns then, the Sesto Elemento. This car is rare as rocking horse shit. I mean, the only time I've ever seen one of these is at the Lamborghini factory, and this one is significantly nicer. I mean, I've heard that this car is going to remain in England, and I'm very excited about that because there are not enough of these cruising around. Stepping inside the Octane Collection, and these cars are all for sale. We've got the 720S GT3X, we've got this crazy 911, a 430, I believe that's a Challenge. We've got a BAC Mono, an original BAC Mono, an old school one. This is very cool. We've got this Lotus Exige, I think it's the Exige Elise something Cup, I can't quite remember. This, which was a part of a lineage. If you look back on my YouTube channel, we did a video with a P1. This is the brother car to that P1 that has the same stripe and everything as one owner from new. We've got this rather pretty GT3 RS, and this is actually something I've been wanting to see. This is, I believe, a delivery mileage or an incredibly low mileage original Gallardo manual Spider. Now I think this could be a good investment. I'm not too sure. I'm going to speak to the guys at the Octane Collection, and maybe we'll do a video with it and discuss why this could be a very important future classic. I mean, as you guys can tell, there are a hell of a lot of cars around here. I mean, the HF Integrale Lancia, this is mega cool. And then you've also got loads of 911s. I mean, as I said, these guys really do specialise in Porsches around here. You know, you've got, I believe this is a 997 GT3 RS 4 litre, which is mega. In fact, they're all 4 litres? These two are 4 litres. In fact, I think I know that car. Coming around here, Turbo S, we've got a GT3 RS, loads of cool Beamers, 3 litre CSL. This was a cool car. The Batmobile originally used to compete at Le Mans. also also had a very pretty Bugatti Veyron, an original 16.4 Veyron. This car is one of the cars that could be the contender to replace the Regera. I mean, I know they're not in the same price bracket, but I think these are going to be a highly iconic and super desirable classic car in the future, and not so long in the future either. Taking a step over, we used to have one, but now we have two. We have Mr. Jet Collector's Valkyrie. This was actually the prototype car from Aston Martin. It did the Goodwood Hill climb. It's done loads of development for Aston Martin. It's got the Union Jack and the green sticker extra etching all over. I mean, this thing is just mega. I love the back end on it with the green highlights. It just sort of, I feel like if you look at that and then look at that, somehow that looks even more extreme because it's been highlighted. And obviously you've got the massive dustbins, which you probably can't see, but they are all the way in there. They're big flaps that come up and down. This car also, I think, very important future classic, and also is a contender to replace the Regera. But I think we need to get a video maybe just with this and just with the Veyron to talk about why, what and how. How about this then? The interior of the Ferrari SP3, then reminiscent of bits like the LaFerrari, but also things like the SF90, the new interior, and then it's taking a step back, this beautiful green and white spec with the very, very pretty V12 bolted to the back of it. We shall not ignore this gorgeous white and orange McLaren P1. How cool is this? It's even got a chrome exhaust tip. Man, that is super cool. TPL, the PPF Labs. Yeah, man, that's a hell of a bit of kit. Take a look inside. What interior have we got? We've got gold knobs. We've got some MSO 3-point harnesses. Yeah, cool spec. I think I've seen this car before at Goodwood for the supercar breakfast, mate. But very nice indeed. So the plan now then is to head to a lunch spot, which is good because I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast, and I also need to warm up because the Countach doesn't have a heater, which is also wonderful. And I don't know where to get a tea or coffee, so I might just have to get one when we get to the lunch stop. I might have to be really British and have a cup of tea before having lunch. Very strange indeed. But anyway, we are now going to switch to the GoPro and hopefully get some cool footage of the cars driving along. If not, I'll catch you guys at the pub. About this event is quite a few of the people on this event are coming on our rally. Now, if you don't know, we're hosting the Zach's Garage Rally this year in April, and if you want more details, it'll be in the link in the description. It's not expensive. I don't want people to think it's expensive. It is incredible value for money, and just because hypercars coming along doesn't mean a person in a normal car can't. So make sure to check it out. It's going to be something really, really special. Something rather lovely about a walk back to the Lamborghini Countach. Right, so we are now home. It is quite late at night. I am fairly exhausted, but the day doesn't stop. We are now going to head to the City Smokers Meet because once every Sunday it is on, and this evening I wanted to go. I needed to find someone with me, so I need to find an international celebrity, Mr. Adam C.
So you wanted an international celebrity. I've got some suggestions for you.
Who can we get?
I heard
Is
Peter
Shmee
Andre.
available?
Oh, Shmee?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he likes these cars.
Well, you'll do, I suppose.
Okay.
So the plan is the Countach has been put away. I mean, I saw you earlier today. You were in this video.
Yep.
And so Adam was in the video, and then I was like, oh, do you want to now come to the City Smokers Meet? So we're now going to swap cars to the Pista, only because of headlights.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the Countach, to be fair, but I'd also look forward to continue the night like
Exactly,
accidents.
not actually accidents or just endless problems, dying of fuel starvation, etc, etc. So we are going to head to the garage, we're going to get the Pista out, and then I'm going to text my detailer and tell him that he needs to clean the buggy that hasn't been cleaned since Christmas, which currently looks terrible. He needs to clean the Countach, which usually takes a few hours. Then he's going to need to clean the Pista, and he's probably going to hate me, but...
Focus?
I mean, realistically, the funny thing is, look guys, we have the Focus sitting right here, the full camouflage Focus, which, Adam, would you say that's the right car to take?
Oh yes, definitely appropriate.
It's definitely, but is the Ferrari a better car to take?
Yeah, because it looks, whereas this would be camouflaged, not only because of the wrap.
People wouldn't see it.
No.
People wouldn't see it. Anyway, let's waffle, let's get to the garage.
And that's a compliment.
So luckily I have parked absolutely perfectly.
And
but
legally.
And legally
legally.
because, well, Adam said he was disabled, so there we go. We are going to leave this here and have a little look around. I mean, that guy doesn't even have a number plate on, so parking like that is probably not the biggest of problems, is it? We're going to be fine, we're going to be right. I thought the Ferrari alarm was going off, but it wasn't. It was the other red Ferrari next to it. My mistake.
Your votes?
10.